So now I have a handyman that I have on speed dial. I have a pest control guy. I have an AC guy. I have an HVAC guy. Save, save, save. You want to have reserves. You never know what might happen. So those repairs I just talked about, if I didn't have savings, I would have been screwed.
Today I'm joined with my great friend, Ty Lewis. Ty, how you doing today?
Good, Noah, man. Thanks for the opportunity. It's good to see you again. I'm excited to share a little bit of my story and how I got started.
Yeah, and like I said, I've already heard this story, so pretend like I'm not here. I'll be a great fly on the wall for you, but tell the whole community about how you got started, and go ahead. Let us hear it, Ty.
So really for me, started back in 2020. And I say that because, unfortunately, I had a passing in my family. My dad passed away. The reason I like to share that is because that was a transformational moment for me. When that happened, I looked back at my life. I grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia, with my mom and grandparents. And my mom was an accountant. My grandpa was a hardworking math teacher. And my grandma was actually a real estate agent, but never really understood the side of owning and investing, really just on the buying and listing side.
All right, guys, this is Kelly from Hills, Deals, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and we're going to look at this snippet from Bigger Pockets. The main reason why we're looking at this snippet is because this young gentleman, his name is Ty Lewis. He actually purchased a duplex. He is a part of Bigger Pockets, and he purchased a duplex shortly after his father passed away. Shortly after he entered college, his father passed away. He purchased a duplex for $190,000. He had to put 3% down, so that's roughly $5,700. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about if Ty Lewis would have chosen to be a mobile home investor versus a single family home or duplex home investor, how he would have made out a lot better doing it that way than with the duplexes. The main reason why I want to talk about this is because I know a lot of you probably cannot even qualify for a mortgage of $190,000. I know a lot of you don't even have the down payment. And what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about mobile home investing, and I want to talk about wholesaling, how you can go about connecting a seller with a buyer. And by doing that, by you being the middleman, by you knowing the seller and the seller not knowing the buyer, what happens is you become the middleman and you are going to collect money for being the wholesaler. So that way, if you did not have the money like Ty did have the money. If you did not have the money like Ty did, you were able to go ahead without investing not one dime and be a mobile home investor. Of course, you can do this in the single family home arena. However, it is very hard to do this in the single family home arena. Those of you who know anything about real estate know that the single family home business side of real estate is very saturated. Mobile home investing is not saturated. And if you don't believe me, then I need you to ask yourself a question. How many realtors do you know versus how many mobile home investors do you know? And you probably won't say, no, I don't know any mobile home investors, but you probably have family members that are realtors. And this is why I am telling you guys, those of you whose pockets are not that deep, you can go ahead and consider mobile home investing.
And that led to me going to an event where I ended up meeting some real estate agents, real estate investors, where that actually led to me getting my first deal back in 2023, where I got a duplex that I'm now still house hacking and cash flowing $300. So I bought it at 190, 3% down, which was actually a conventional loan. And it's called a portfolio loan, where it was actually a loan that stays in-house at a bank instead of getting sold off to the third parties, which I found out about that through networking. So I had buddies in college that needed a place to stay. And one of my best friends was like, hey, do you have a spot where I can live? I was like, yeah, like I'm living by myself. How about you come in? So that allowed me to now cash flow $300 while also having a place to stay. And I live with one of my best friends. So it's a win-win. So that's kind of the details of all that.
Can you tell us about some things that have maybe gone wrong, and what have you potentially learned and that you could have done better from any of those things?
Repairs, rehab. I'm not a handyman. I'm not good at fixing toilets. I don't know how to paint. That's just not my style, and that's just not me. And I think I had to realize that at the beginning. And I think anyone starting in real estate, you have to realize, what are your strong suits? What are your strengths? What are you good at? What are you not going to do? I know I had a day job. I know I'm more good with finance. I'm good with networking. I'm good at telling my story, speaking. I'm not meant to be rehabbing and trying to fix windows, toilets, put garages up. I know that's just not me. So,
All right, guys. Like I said, I'm Kelly from Hills, Deals, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and let's talk about Mr. Ty Lewis. Like I said, guys, I applaud him. I applaud him. He did a great job. But we want to talk about not real estate, guys. We want to talk about mobile home investing, which is a form of real estate. So we're going to look at exactly what he said in the video, guys. He said biggest day that he in his pocket gets $300 per month, and he spent $190,000. He had to put down 3%, which is $5,700. A lot of people don't have that type of money. A lot of people can't even qualify to get a mortgage. Okay. And that's why I'm trying to show you guys a different way. Before you turn from this video, guys, there is going to be a very detailed video following this one. And I go blow by blow, step by step, how much money we get from several of our properties. We have 21 properties, 19 mobile homes, and 2 single family homes. Okay. But biggest day, he still has a mortgage on his home. Our homes, we don't have mortgages on the homes whatsoever. We use business credit, business lines of credit, business credit cards. And in our pockets, on the very low end, we get $600, and the maximum is $1,900 in our pockets every month from a mobile home that we have inside of a mobile home park. And the main reason why we invest inside of a mobile home park, guys, is because we like Section 8. Section 8 is more or less needed on the bus lines. They're not needed in the suburbs, okay? So if you're trying to get a mobile home that's on land, or you're trying to buy a piece of land, guys, you make sure that it's in the inner city, because that's where Section 8 is needed, okay? With our homes, the maximum we've ever paid for a mobile home was $20,000. Our sweet spot is roughly about $15,000 for any mobile home that we have purchased. But we do have one mobile home that we spent $20,000 for. Minimal rehab. Okay. We are mortgage free from each and every one of our properties, including our single family homes. Okay. Mortgage free. The main reason why we are mortgage free with the mobile homes is because when you are purchasing a used mobile home, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be very hard for you to get a mortgage company to give you a loan for a used mobile home. This technique will not work in the more expensive states where the single family homes cost an arm and a leg. It will not work in the state of California, probably will not work in the state of Arizona, where the single family homes cost so much that now the mobile homes are costing a lot of money as well. However, it would be better to buy a mobile home than purchase a single family home, because, guys, you will recoup your money back quicker. However, this has a tendency to work in states where the homes are not as expensive as other states. And I tell people this time and time again. Okay. So before you go, guys, watch the end of this video, and I will go step by step, and I will show you our ledger from the mobile home parks, how much we make per property. I'm not going to go over all properties, guys, but I am going to go over a ledger of several mobile homes that we have. And also I am going to do a mobile home walkthrough so you guys can appreciate what I am trying to tell you. Everybody doesn't have $190,000. That is reality. That's the reality. And there's nothing wrong with that reality, guys. You have to figure out how to work around that, how you can still be in the real estate business without breaking the bank. That's what you need to figure out. And I'm here to show you how it can work for you too. Now, those of you who live in an expensive state, then I would highly recommend that you get boots on the ground in another state and you invest in that state. Okay. So if you want to do a quick one-on-one 30-minute Zoom, guys, you can contact me at 800-974-5580. Or if you just want to go ahead and purchase the course, the full course It's in the description. And also, I do have 3 mini courses. If you do not have a concept of mobile home investing, I would highly recommend you do not bother with the mini course because you will be confused. Okay. So, the full course, guys, you will have full access to me and you will have access to my personal cell phone number, and you will also have access to our private Facebook group. Okay. Don't leave. Hold on 1 second, guys, because I got a wealth of information about to come your way. All right. And so we're asking $1,200 for this particular mobile home. We have never gone up on the rent, guys. They're making a killing on this mobile home. We only spent $10,000 for this mobile home. So if we're asking the tenant for $1,200 and the lot rent is $498.95. Okay. Then we are bringing in $701.05 in our pockets every month after the lot rent has been paid. Guys, this was a sweeper outer mobile home. We had to do nothing to this mobile home. Barely $1,000 worth of rehab. That was it. Sweeping it out, making it smell good. There was like a small area on the linoleum that we had to fix. But other than that, guys, that was it. Okay. So if we're bringing in 701.05, okay, $701.05. If we multiply that times 12, that's a year, right? That's a year. So that mobile home was almost paid for in a year. Okay, that's $8,412.60. Okay, remember I told you the previous tenants had been in there 3 years. Now we have tenants that have been in there 2 years. Okay, so that's 5 years altogether. So if we multiply this by 5 thus far for this particular mobile home that barely cost us $10,000, we got $42,063. Okay, for a mobile home that didn't cost us $10,000. Okay, and when we're talking about a single family home, that's probably the deposit that you have to put on the single family home if you're trying to be in the single family home business. That's why I'm not interested in single family homes, guys. As of today, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, we own 19 mobile homes and 2 single family homes. These are the types of the deposits they want for a single family home. Okay, and I'm showing you a profit. I'm showing you profits that we have made on mobile homes. Okay, so that's mobile home number one. We're making in 5 years' time $42,000. Okay, on a mobile home that we barely, come on, guys, come on a mobile home we barely spent $10,000 for. Okay, so let's do the math. The rent is $1,600. Okay, the rent is 16. And as you can see, the lot rent is $561.58. $561.58. All right. So every month we're getting $1,038.42 for a mobile home we only spent $16,000 for. Okay, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I'm just leaving myself some notes, guys. That is crazy. Okay. And so let's just say times 1 year, which is 12 months, we will have pulled in $12,461.02. In 4 cents. Sorry, guys. Okay. So that mobile home is almost already paid for. These tenants have actually been in this home for 2 years. So let's multiply this dollar amount by 2, right? That's what we would do, this dollar amount by 2, because in our pockets, I already told you we were getting in our pockets, which is $1,038.50. When we multiply this by 2, because the tenants have been in there 2 years, we've owned this mobile home for 2 years, that's $24,922.08 for a mobile home that we have owned 2 years and that we paid $16,000 for. Okay, these are results I'm showing you over and over and over and over again. Yeah, I know some of y'all want to get in the single family home business. Boo hoo. I don't want to do it. Let's clear this out for $15,000. Okay, let's do the math. We're asking $1,450 for rent because it's only a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. All right, we're going to subtract the lot rent, which is $515. Okay. And that's going to give us what? We get $935 in our pocket every month after the lot rent is paid. Okay. And I told you we spent $15,000 for this mobile home. If we multiply this times 1 year, Okay. That's $11,220. Okay. The tenants have actually been in there 2 years. Let's multiply this number times two. Okay. And so in our pockets already, $22,440. We've already made our money back. We've already made our money back time and time again. Guys, I am showing you, I can't make this stuff up. We already got our money back. A lot of times, depending upon where you're trying to buy a single family home, this is going to be a deposit. This is going to be a deposit. And people kill me talking about, oh, I have a single family home and I can pull the equity off. You can't do that with your mobile homes. Wrong. If I move any of our mobile homes to private land, and guys, you've seen the videos. Our mobile homes are newer, 2017, 2018. Our mobile homes are newer. Any of those mobile homes to private land, I could pull the equity off, just like you can do with your single family home. I can pull the equity off too. So now what? Let's break it out. We are getting $1,600 a month for this particular mobile home. Okay, $1,600. Okay, minus the lot rent is $545.58. Okay, every month, this is what we get in our pocket for a mobile home. Like I told you, we spent $15,000 for the mobile home and another $2,000 in rehab. Okay, we're getting $1,054.42 every month in our pocket for a mobile home inside of a mobile home park that we barely paid $17,000 for. Okay, that particular mobile home is actually occupied by Section 8. The previous tenant that we had, we're going to talk about that. But before we talk about that, let's just finish the math. Okay, let's multiply this by, this has been rented out for 3 years, but by two different tenants, and we had to kick the first tenant out. We're going to talk about that. Let's multiply this by 12 because that's 1 year, right? Okay, so that's $12,653.04 in our pocket from a mobile home. Okay, this mobile home, I believe, is a 2015 or 16. Okay, now let's multiply. I told you it's been rented out for 3 years. Okay, I think we might have went up on the rent slightly with the new tenant versus the previous tenant. Let's just multiply this by 3 years. 3 years, that's $37,959.12 in our pocket for a mobile home we didn't even pay $17,000 for. Okay.
It's ugly out here, man. The opportunities that's going to be coming is going to be mind-blowing. 2025, the opportunities that are going to be coming is going to be mind-blowing. And if you ain't a person that was setting themselves up in preparation, you're already done. You already missed out. Because the opportunities that are coming, the average person is not going to be able to play.
No, not at all. They can't play now.
America is turning into a renter's nation. America is turning into a renter's nation. They're predicting in the next 10 years, over 60% or more of the Americans will be renters. So your children that you are hoping to be able, that will be able to buy their own home, are going to be relying on you to set them up
so they could
to be able to get their home. Because imagine how it's going to look like if you have no help and then you're looking to buy your home for the first time, young people, in the next 10, 15 years from today.
Then it's over. Damn.
All right, guys, I'm Kelly from Hills, Deals, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and welcome to the year of 2025. And I am so glad that I found this snippet of a video. Okay. And in this video from the Millionaire Mindset podcast, he said, biggest day, guys. So you don't have to take my word for it. He said, biggest day that 60% of all Americans are going to be renters. Okay. How does that benefit us as mobile home investors? It benefits us very well because, guys, those of you who have been following us know that we like to rent our mobile homes out to Section 8. We own 21 properties. Okay. We own 2 single family homes and we own 19 mobile homes, and most of our mobile homes are rented out to Section 8. And when you rent out to Section 8, guys, that is going to be guaranteed money. Okay, so since 60% of all Americans are about to be renters, guess what, guys? That's going to be a win-win situation for those of you who are trying to get into the mobile home business, okay? Because the average single-family home Believe it or not, guys, and it's not going to be very pretty. It's going to cost you about $700,000, and it's not going to probably be in the best neighborhoods. So the average person is going to have to come up with about $70,000 in order to purchase that particular single family home. So this is why we like to be in the mobile home business. We like to rent out to Section 8. Okay. Our most expensive mobile home as of today has been $20,000. And that's only one mobile home. All the rest of our properties have been roughly about $15,000. So we have one mobile home we spent $20,000 for. And then, guys, we spent about $1,000 in the rehab. And that mobile home has been rented out to Section 8. Okay. And so in our pockets, depending upon what mobile home you're looking at, depending upon the beds and the baths of the mobile home, we get anywhere on the low end $600 in our pocket, and then on the high end, $1,900 in our pockets every month after the lot rent has been paid. Okay, we choose to invest in mobile homes that are inside of a mobile home park. The main reason why we choose to do that, guys, because if you're trying to get Section 8, 9 times out of 10, Section 8 is more or less needed on the bus lines. Okay, those of you who are trying to purchase a property, trying to purchase a mobile home inexpensively on land, guys, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be on the bus line. And 9 times out of 10, Section 8 is not needed. Okay, before I forget, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to this particular channel. Okay, so let's go talk about the land. Those of you who are interested in purchasing land, 9 times out of 10, you probably will not get a Section 8 tenant because Section 8 is really needed on the bus line. It's not needed way out there in the boonies. And that is one of the main reasons why we purchase mobile homes that are not on land. We purchase mobile homes inside of a mobile home park. The drawback between purchasing a mobile home inside of a mobile home park is that you have to pay the lot rent. You have to pay the lot rent. But the plus side, guys, is that you do not have to worry about the maintenance of the park. You do not have to worry about if anything happens with the electricity, with inside of the park, of the water, the park floods. You don't have to worry about anything. So that is the drawback between actually owning the land and owning a mobile home that is inside of a mobile home park. Now, another reason why we like to purchase mobile homes that are inside of a mobile home park is because the taxes are going to be minuscule. Okay, the taxes are not going to be that expensive for a mobile home that is inside of a mobile home park. However, if you purchase a mobile home that is on land and it is fixated to the land, sometimes the taxes could be very expensive, and the taxes sometimes probably going to be almost the same as somebody down the street that owns a single family home. So that is the drawback between purchasing a mobile home on land and purchasing a mobile home inside of a mobile home park. You're going to have to figure out what's going to be best for you. All right, guys, this is one of the properties that I was telling you guys about. Like I told you guys, we own 21 properties, 19 mobile homes, and 2 single family homes. This is a 2000 mobile home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It rented for $1,900 and the lot rent is $800. Right now, this mobile home is currently vacant. We are remodeling the inside of this mobile home, and this is another thing that I like about mobile home investing is that the repairs are not like that of a single family home. The biggest expense you will have with a mobile home is if a mobile home needs a roof and if a mobile home needs central air. Those are the biggest things with inside of a mobile home. We like to purchase mobile homes that are no older than 20 years old. That's what we like to do. The main reason why we like to do that is because those homes have a tendency to have less issues. When you are renting your properties out, and that is our exit strategy, it doesn't necessarily have to be yours. But when you're renting your properties out, guys, you become the landlord. And from time to time, you are going to get a phone call from time to time. There is several exit strategies in the mobile home business, and another exit strategy, which we used to do but we no longer do, is called seller financing. Basically, with seller financing, it's like a car payment. You purchase a mobile home and then you sell it on payments to somebody who does not have the money. So let's just say hypothetically, you purchase a mobile home for $5,000. You turn around and you sell the mobile home for $10,000. You find somebody who will probably give you $2,000 down, and the rest of the $8,000, the balance of the mobile home, they will pay you in payments. That is called seller financing. The reason why we no longer seller finance our properties out is because our mobile homes are newer. Our mobile homes, or any mobile home that is newer, has a tendency and has a life expectancy anywhere between 55 to 60 years. So if you buy a newer model mobile home, do not get me wrong, guys. I'm not talking about a brand new mobile home. But if you get a mobile home that's no older than 20 years old, the whole thing in a nutshell, guys, you will have 30 plus years of rental payments that you can possibly get from that property. That's the reason why we don't sell a finance anymore. When you sell a financing your properties out, what's going to happen is you're going to create a note, just like a car payment. Car payments are not forever, hopefully. Hopefully you don't buy a car payment that's forever. And so when you're seller financing your properties out, you're seller financing your mobile homes out, there is going to be an end date. Okay. And on that end date, what's going to happen is that your end buyer is going to get the title to the mobile home. You will no longer own it and you will no longer be receiving payments. We don't decide to do that anymore. That is the wrong way, in our opinion, on how you go about being a sufficient or a successful mobile home investor. We like to rent our properties out so we can have 30 plus years of payments instead of seller financing. Well, eventually the end buyer is going to own that home. So we don't choose to do that. However, our exit strategy does not need to be your exit strategy. You can have a different exit strategy. Those of you who have zero money, you can still be very successful as being a mobile home investor. You can start off wholesaling mobile homes, and that's exactly what we did. We did not start wholesaling mobile homes because we did not have the money. We started wholesaling mobile homes because we weren't sure if mobile home investing was going to be something that we wanted to do. And believe it or not, guys, you do not need a license to wholesale. You do not need a license whatsoever to wholesale. In some states, however, if you're planning on buying and holding the mobile home and renting it out to somebody else or seller financing it out to somebody else, in some states, guys, you are going to need a license. However, guess what? In some states, you don't even have to take a test. In some states, guys, the test is open book. There are a couple of states where the test is not open book, and there are a couple of states that give you a hard time about acquiring your license. One of the states is California. A lot of times people will ask, hey, Kelly and Joe Harden, do you invest in other states? And the answer is no. We have wholesaled several properties in other states. However, we do not invest in any other state besides the state of Texas. And the main reason why we don't do that is because Texas has the biggest mobile home community in the United States. So there is no need for us to invest in another state because mobile home investing is right in our backyard. We like to have our properties within a 90-mile radius of our home. And the main reason for this is because if we need to do a repair on the property, then we have boots on the ground. Now, because this is the way we go about doing business, it does not necessarily mean this is the way you need to do business. Those of you who live in an expensive state where the single family homes cost a lot of money might want to consider investing in another state. You just have to make sure that you have boots on the ground. And that boots on the ground needs to have a clear understanding on how you go about mobile home investing. Like I mentioned before, guys, if you want to do a quick one-on-one 30-minute Zoom concerning my course, you can contact me at 800-974-5580. I know a lot of you have been trying to get into the real estate game, and I am trying to show you a very inexpensive way of getting into real estate without breaking the bank. I'm going to worry about it because Section 8 already paid for her like a month ahead of time. And so they did send us a letter and say, hey, y'all owe some money. But if I'm asking you, hey, when you want to get paid or how do I go about paying you, and you're not responding, I'm not going to worry about it. We had another Section 8 home like this where we were asking Section 8, hey, we know we owe you some money. How much? You never responded, guys. It's been years. The government is not on top of their game, guys. They're not on top of the game. What I don't want you guys to think is that you can overcharge a Section 8 tenant, because you can't. You cannot overcharge them. You're going to get the same rent for a regular tenant as you would a Section 8 tenant. So I don't want y'all to think that you can overcharge a Section 8 tenant, because what happens is Section 8, they'll come out and assess the home, and they'll see that this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You're going to get the same dollar amount for a regular person than you would a Section 8 person. The reason why we like Section 8 because it's guaranteed money. A regular person, they could lose their job or whatever the case may be, and then you're going to be out of money. But we like Section 8 because that's guaranteed money. Okay, during the pandemic, when people were losing their jobs and stuff, guys, we still got paid. Not one of our tenants gave us any issues during the pandemic. We had one tenant that was seller financing a property out from us, and what happened was they stopped paying the lot rent, they stopped paying us, and we wound up repossessing the home. Other than that, that was a seller finance deal. I'm talking about our rental properties. Not one person ever gave us any issues. Okay, so anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you what's going on with this particular mobile home. It is the holidays, guys. It's about to be the holidays. I anticipate this is going to be sitting here for probably up until maybe January or February, and that's what I'm telling you. Quitting your job. Guys, don't do it, okay, because we're responsible for this lot rent while this particular mobile home is empty. So do not do that, guys. Whatever you do, don't do that. We're responsible for this, okay? Thank goodness we have a couple of mobile homes. We have 2 mobile homes. We're not responsible for the lot rent whatsoever, because we just recently moved 2 mobile homes one into this park and one to a park across the street. And so we got free lot rent on both the units for right now. The other unit, the lot rent, as soon as I sign the paperwork, that lot rent is going to be $399 for the first year, and then after that it's going to go up to $499 for the second year, and then the third year is going to go up to $750. Okay, so you have to have an incentive to move a mobile home, guys. Just don't be moving a mobile home to move a mobile home.